Holy smokes, do we have breaking news on this Friday with, of course, another tantrum by Trump showing his dictator Donald self when it comes to, if I don't get my way, I'm going to stamp my feet, scream, and of course, threaten you with some fake BS about claiming something that's a fact is fake BS. And you have to see this breaking story. I'm going to show it to you in a few seconds. Let's recall, though, let's make sure we remember that the person who started the alternative facts fake news crap way back was one Kellyanne Conway.
I did answer your question.
No, you did not. You did not answer the question of why the president asked the White House press secretary to come out in front of the podium for the first time and utter a falsehood. Why did he do that? It undermines the credibility of the entire White House press office on day one.
Don't be so overly dramatic about it, Chuck. You're saying it's a falsehood, and they're giving Sean Spicer, our press secretary, gave alternative facts to that. But the point remains.
Wait a minute. Alternative facts?
And without question, on the campaign trail multiple times just recently, you saw Trump not only call everyone fake news, but also even be happy if they got shot.
And I have this piece of glass here, but all we have really over here is the fake news, right? And to get me, somebody would have to shoot through the fake news, and I don't mind that so much.
And when it came to his favorite whipping boy, he would jump on Jim Acosta like this.
Hold it.
So many countries around the world.
Fake news, CNN, hold it. We have done a great job in this country. We haven't been given, and not me, I'm not talking about me, Vice President, the task force, have not been given the kind of credit.
And if that wasn't enough, just this year, not that long ago, he called his pause on tariffs and the story about it fake news like this.
Spoke to Caroline Leavitt, the White House press secretary, on the phone just a short time ago, and she tells me it is quote-unquote fake news that the White House is considering a 90-day pause. So the White House pouring cold water on this idea, wherever it came from, that they're considering a 90-day pause on tariffs, saying that the president is committed to his tariff regime, and any reports that he's considering a 90-day pause are, quote, fake news. That from the White House press secretary on the record just a short time ago to me on the cell phone here.
And yet, of course, that wasn't fake news. It wound up being the absolute truth. He not only paused tariffs once, he paused them 3 times and varied stages with various countries. And in this breaking story, Donald Trump, when he doesn't like something, he just either wants to call it fake news or, worst of all, sue you, or in this case, fire someone from the Labor Statistics Department simply because he doesn't want to believe the truth about what his policies are doing to jobs. And yet this is the breaking story and the damn truth, Donald, right here. Breaking news, Friday, August 1st. Trump is demanding the firing of the Commissioner of Labor Statistics, Erica McIntyre, because the jobs report was bad. When you can't rig the numbers, fire the messenger. Classic authoritarian move. Trump, on Truth Social, just wrote this earlier today. I was just informed that our country's jobs numbers are being produced by a Biden appointee, Dr. Erica McIntyre, the Commissioner of Labor Statistics, who faked the jobs numbers before the election to try and boost Kamala's chances of victory. This is the same Bureau of Labor Statistics that overstated the jobs growth in March of 2024 by approximately 818,000, and then again right before the 2024 presidential election in August and September by 112,000. These were records. No one can be that wrong, ? We need an accurate jobs numbers. I have directed my team to fire this Biden political appointee immediately, in all caps. She will be replaced with someone much more competent and qualified. Important numbers like this must be fair and accurate. They can't be manipulated for political purposes. McIntyre said there were only 73,000 jobs added, in parentheses, a shock, but more importantly, that a major mistake was made by them, 258,000 jobs downward in the prior 2 months. Similar things happened in the first part of the year, always to the negative. The economy is booming, all caps, under Trump, in quote, all caps, despite a Fed that also plays games, this time with interest rates, where they lowered them twice and substantially just before the presidential election. I assume in the hopes of getting Kamala elected. How'd you work that out, ? Jerome. too late, in quotes, Powell, should also be put out to pasture, in quotes. Thank you for your attention to this matter. In other words, ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump wants to dictate, like a dictator, to actual math. And this, of course, what most of us believe is a horrible state of affairs in America when you see universities being threatened and the media being threatened, and you watch CBS settle, or you watch Paramount fire Stephen Colbert, or you watch Brown University give in to Trump, or the Smithsonian, who just gave in to Trump on removing his impeachment as part of history. This is what dictators do. This isn't just whitewashing history. This is simply erasing history. Donald Trump does not like facts. He doesn't want to ever believe that he's wrong. He doesn't ever want to believe that he lost or is losing. And the truth of the matter is, you cannot do the hatchet job that Trump has done in his first 6 months in the way that he's done it and not have there be consequences. The problem, and what people don't realize in a 24-hour news cycle, is it takes a little while in a country of 50 states, massive geography, and 330 million plus people. It takes a little while for the actual truth of the slow ripple and domino effect of what you did in January, February, March, April, and May to finally actually take effect. And now we're seeing it. And Don doesn't like it. So let's go fire someone. That is exactly what Putin does. Careful, Donald. You might be becoming exactly what we all know you really want to be. That guy. You guys have a good weekend. Stay frosty.